We have to understand that we are now in the kingdom of God. So we can see the reality very clearly. And in the kingdom of the God, we are looked after all the time by the divine power. How it works out, how it looks after us, is extremely remarkable. As you saw one drama, one after all these actors coming on the stage, we actually saw ourselves a drama in India without organizing, very spontaneous, just like it was today, but without any organization. A beautiful drama we saw, which I must tell you, so that you will understand how much this divine power is working it out. You remember we had a very bad time in Angapur when these people threw stones and so many were hurt. If you remember that night, we were in trouble. And we had filed a case, but the case was not somehow or other starting, and it was the date, something where I could not be there, but still the case was there and we didn't know what was happening. There was one man who had come when we were having this program. His name was Anant Paranspe. And he told me that he's from the television and he wants to have his realization. So I said, I cannot, just now I have to speak. So you can go on the back side and sit down and we'll see if he can manage your realization. When these people gave us the story that it was they who had arranged this man from television to come. Those who had been throwing stones at us, these Andhashraddha Nirmulan people. And we didn't know what to do. So, a son-in-law of our Home Minister came to my house in Pratishtha and asked for realization. I was quite surprised, this man coming down for realization. And then I told him what is happening to us. He said, no, you can go and see this Home Minister. Now this Home Minister is a great disciple of Satya Baba. Imagine. I said, it's really, I don't know how it will work out. The stupid fellow, this disciple of Satya Sai Baba, Asatya Sai Baba. So, just see the drama. We were quite hesitant, and with me, Rajesh, Shah, Yogi Mahajan, and one Nargilkar, who is from the same area as this minister, who had arranged this meeting. So we went there. So the private secretary had a great respect for me. So he called the car inside. We couldn't understand. Then he came and touched my feet. I was quite surprised. Then I went and sat with this Home Minister. And his wife came in. And she touched my feet. I was quite surprised. I said, you don't remember me? I said, I think I've seen you somewhere. So you've forgotten we had gone together to London. There was an offer from Air India for people who have been doing social work as a sort of a reward, that we could go to England and come back. So there were quite a lot of ladies who went, and the Chief Minister's wife also came. And she was actually this Chief Minister at that time and his wife. They were very well known to my family. Actually their marriage was arranged by my father also. So they were all sort of, they never knew this Western culture, very old-fashioned ladies, all old ladies, you see, traveling with me to London. There, they were so shocked at the dance they saw and everything. So what are these dirty people doing here? Why are they showing us these dirty things? And we are not dirty women, like that they were. I had to tell them, all right, they have this kind of dances only. If you don't want to see, we can go out. Went out and all of them started vomiting there. So it was such a bad condition with them. So they stuck on to me in London, all of them. And one of them was the wife of this gentleman. And she said that if you remember, we all stuck on to you. They were all older than me, because they couldn't understand what's happening in these countries, because they had never seen such dances, such women, such men. She said, but why are these Air India people troubling us like this? Why do they want to shock us? I said, it's all right, that is their entertainment style, doesn't matter and all. But inside I was laughing. I said, from where these old-fashioned women have come here and they can't stand all this nonsense. But this lady said that, see how you supported us, how you helped us, otherwise we were all collapsing, you see there. So this lady was very sweet, and then she started telling her husband, she was quite young, but she was very wise, and she looked after us, and she did this, and she was the youngest and all. Then suddenly one girl, one by one on the stage, first the wife came in. Then they announced there's a lady called Nirmala who wants to meet her. So they said, no, just now I'm talking to Shri Mataji, I'll see her later. No, I said, you call her, she knows me very well. So this Nirmala Deshpande was with me in 1942 movement. Imagine the drama. She should come that day only, in the morning time. Actually, the whole, our interview was fixed for the previous evening, but it was postponed for next morning. And next morning, one by one, how these people are coming on the stage. First his wife, and we had already given a nice ulta bandhan, the other way around, to these two photographs of Mr. Narakasura, lest he starts pouring some vibhutis from his photograph. Then this lady, this Nirmala Deshpande, she came. As soon as she saw me, she just fell at my feet. She started hugging me. She said, how long we are meeting now, this, that. She even forgot the Home Minister was sitting there, nothing else. And they all started looking at her. Oh, you don't know? She was our leader. You see, she was like a real Shakti. How she faced the Britishers, you have no idea. You people have become ministers, but this is the lady who fought for the freedom. And now she gave a big lecture to the Home Minister and Home Minister, like that. But this is not the end. Then she wouldn't talk to him. She was just talking to me, and she said, oh, you have been doing great work, I've heard about you, I've been longing to meet you. But just imagine, today I've come and you are here after such a long time. Oh, you don't know what a loving lady she is. She was so sweet to us. She was much younger to me in age, and we were so many girls, you see, boys, all of them she organized. She was so young, and still she was so brave, and she was describing everything. I was quite embarrassed. So the minister didn't know why she had come there. Then I said, all right, now I'm going. I told him the whole story, gave him all the papers, and he couldn't help it. He had to sign, all right, please do something about it or something. He wrote to the main man in Maharashtra. I told him about all this and how Rajneesh has planned this, and all this was done by Rajneesh people, because we have proof of that. Then we came out. We came out, and there was one lady who again touched my feet in the veranda. I couldn't recognize her very well. She said, have you forgotten? I'm the Maharani of Satara, where this incident had taken. You know, Angapur is close to Satara. I remember. You came in 1972. We had a nice meeting in our palace, and my mother-in-law, the Rajmata, invited you. She washed your feet. I said, yes, I remember. But you forgot us. You never met us after that. Now you have to come to the wedding of my son. I have come to invite the Home Minister. You have to come to the wedding of my son. I said, I'm going away tomorrow to Rome. He says, no, I'll take you. I'll do this. So, all right. At least you must ask this Home Minister to come. He'll listen to you. I'm sure he'll listen to you. I just kept quiet. So, then, you see, there was a gentleman standing with her. So she went inside. He said, Shri Mataji, she touched my feet. I've met you before and you've given me realization. I said, what's your name? He said, my name is Anant Paranspe. I said, what? I met you in Angapur. I'm Anant Paranspe. I was there. You remember? I said, yes, of course. Why did you come to Angapur? He said, only a Sahaja Yogi brought me there. But you were not brought by the Andhashraddha. I said, no, never. Why will I come with these horrible people? So what happened? He said, only 4 days back, I was in Satara and the case started and they had taken me there. So I told them that I saw 7 people being hit by these Andhashraddha people. That is, they were all bleeding. And I was so upset with it that I couldn't bear it. I ran away from there. But one thing I must say, Mataji was telling everybody, keep quiet, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Some stones are coming, just keep quiet. Don't throw any stones, don't do anything. He told there in the court, can you imagine this fellow in our absence? And after 1 year I met him. And then they started saying, oh, Mataji must have given him lakhs of rupees, that's why he's talking like this. They thought he was their witness. Just imagine. I said, really? Immediately I told that private secretary, bring our petition. And we cut out all that was written against this Anant Paranspe. Otherwise he would have been in trouble, imagine. And then said, really? Then this lady came out. She said, why don't you come in and tell the Home Minister to come to attend my son's wedding? At least he should do, mother. So I went with her. And this fellow also came, Anant Paranspe. And I said, this is that same fellow, Anant Paranspe, but he's telling something else. And then he started telling them how they hit and how they were, this thing. He said, this Dr. Dabholkar, he's a devil and all that. And we had written against him in that. Imagine. Can you imagine such a story? This fellow, this Anant Paranspe, who was mentioned in that petition of ours, should be there on that morning, there standing, waiting for me. And then he asked him 2-3 questions, the Home Minister. What are they doing? Nothing. They were hitting one after another. 7 people I saw, and I got such a fright. I ran away with my camera, couldn't bear it, and Mataji was telling them, don't hit, don't hit. She was so quiet. So the Home Minister was quite surprised at this. So when we came out, despite that he was a disciple of Satya Sai Baba and all that, how things worked out, that first his wife should know me, then Nirmala Deshpande comes in, then this Maharani comes in, and then after that, and the Maharani herself praising me a lot, that I cured her mother-in-law and all. And then comes in this Anant Paranspe. And he told them the whole story, and this Home Minister didn't know where to look. Satya Sai Baba and all the thing was finished into nowhere. So see how the drama worked. And we are so amazed at the whole thing. When we came out, Rajesh said, Mother, it was Maha Sahaja Yoga.